this is us. We're now into the finals. The winner of our two feature matches have both made it into the final. This is Jesus versus Brockie-sama. So this time we can see his hand. So this is very interesting. So he's got the Blaster Dart, he's got the Majesty Lord Blaster, and he's got the Ganslot, which will allow him to go into the Blaster Blade. So really all he's looking for is another grade 2, and he's completely sorted. Or if he can get the 1 damage to use the Wingal Brave skill, then he'll be able to search for either the Blaster Dart or the Blaster Blade, depending on which one he's missing. So he's opted not to use the Ganslot skill, which is exactly what I do. I don't like having the heal triggers in my deck when they're not going to be active. So, presumably he's going to rate the Blaster Dart. He'll use the Ganslot effect once he's ridden into the Majesty Lord Blaster, and he will use the Wingal Brave effect to search. Ooh. Does Ghosty only work on rearguard circle? It must do. There's a good early draw trigger. Yes, no, what's that? I thought Chappie the Ghosty works on both Vanguard and rearguard. Because now he's got 2 Majesty Lord Blasters, which he doesn't need. And there's the Blaster Dart. So, Blaster Dart is probably just going to... Okay. It's making a 17 take home. Again, this is the difference with Jesus. Very aggressive player, very strong. Likes to do that early damage. So he's drawn into the Blaster Dart off of that draw trigger, and he's still going to search the Blaster Dart. The thing is, the Blaster Blade is more useful to have in deck, because it means any Ganslots you draw into, you can still put that heal trigger back into your deck. Whereas if you search out Blaster Darks, at least the Blaster Dark is useless in the deck. Like the Majesty Lord Blaster, if you drive check it, it's still a draw trigger. So searching the Blaster Dark is the best move to do. So Brockie-sama using the Starting Vanguard skill, look at the top 10 and put 1 drop zone. And he's got the Cocytus. So this is the grade 2 Cocytus. So at the start of his next ride phase, he'll be able to ride Cocytus from his drop zone. And now he's using Chappie the Ghosty skill. We'll see what he's sending to drop zone. Probably a Night Mist. It is the Night Mist. He's got the 2 face-up damage, so you've got to be thinking, is Brockie-sama considering counterblasting 1, getting rid of the Chappie the Ghosty to bring out the Night Mist at this early stage? That's a grade 2 that unflips damage, but it's not going to use its ability here. Well, now if Brockie-sama had been intending to attack the Vanguard twice, it's not going to happen, so he just has to take care of the grade 2. No, the grade 1, sorry, the rearguard. Although it's a grade 1, it's 7k that gets plus 3 when your Vanguard is Blaster, which is essentially always. So it might as well be a 10k rearguard. A 10k grade 2. And here's the Ganslot going now. So because Jesus and Brockie-sama are both on the 2 damage, now is the absolute time to put the Ganslots back into the deck, because this is when they'll be active. There we go, okay. So he's calling the Blaster Dart and the Blaster Blade to back row, so the front row Blaster Blade and Blaster Dart will stay there to defend his Vanguard for the next turn. So he's going to attack 16 first? No, he's attacking with the Majesty Lord Blaster first. Interesting. But that means that this critical definitely goes off, whereas they put Brockie-sama on 3 damage. If Brockie-sama has a perfect guard in hand, that would have been negated. So this is the reason he did that. And that's a good heal trigger for Brockie. At a very important stage. And that 21k column doesn't hit over the 24k column that the Vanguard went up to with that heal trigger. And there's the raid of the Cocytus from the drop zone, using the grade 2's effect. And using Cocytus' effect, Count Blast 2, to bring back the unflip. Because now he has something else that can attack over one of these blaster units. Then that unflipper will be able to attack halfway directly. Because he'll surely use the Cocytus to attack one of the rearguards. And he's used the Trap of the Ghost to get the second Night Mist into the drop zone there. So at this stage, depending on what's in his hand, I'd maybe just be Counter Blasting one and getting out that Night Mist. There we go. Because having the constant grade 2s is very, very defensive in this deck. And now Cocytus will attack Blast Blade. So draw trigger there, that helps a bit. So Brockie has the card advantage here. He's got 4 cards in hand, 4 cards in his field, which is 8, and obviously that unflips the damage. To Jesus's only 5 cards. Draws for turn this turn, so that's actually 6. Now this is an interesting grade 2. So this is because he uses the Snow Gulls in the deck. He decided to use this grade 2. Interesting. It has the same skill as what the Granblue does, where you can discard to pull out another Snow Gull. Now he's opted not to use the other Snow Gull in hand. The other Snow Gull would have made that a 9k column, a 9k base for the Snow Gulls, but Jesus is very conservative about, you know, knowing what to do. The thing is, Brockie-sama doesn't know that Jesus has 2 perfect guards in hand. I mean, as far as Brockie-sama is concerned, he could have 3 perfect guards in hand, or he could have no cards in hand. And by calling this grade 1 here to the circle, it gives the illusion to the opponent that you've got perfect guards in hand that you don't want to call. Whereas if Jesus had wanted, he could have made a bigger column, but there was no need to, because he had to hit over the 2 grade 2s anyway. So it's all about doing the minimal amount of what you need. You don't want to call too much, you don't want to call your entire hand, you don't want to let the opponent know what you've got. Also, Jesus has kept Brockie on 3 damage. That's very possibly by design, because he won't get the +5 off of the Cocytus' skill. So the only thing that Brockie-sama has to actually retire is this grade 2, the Granblue. He doesn't need to retire the Snow Gulls, because the Snow Gulls don't have the effect of Intercept. So we are going to see Brockie be a bit aggressive. So this is still a 17k column, so if there's no trigger here, that still allows Brockie-sama to attack the opponent's Vanguard. And he will. Putting him on the 5 damage. Gets the top deck into that Gancelot. Surely he'll be using that Gancelot skill to turn it into a Blaster Blade. Now, if I was Jesus, I'd be calling the Blast Blade here and I'd be using the Counter Blast 2 to get rid of this grade 3, because my Snow Gull is going to attack over this Night Mist. Yeah. Oh, he's called the other Night Mist, or the other Snow Gull. So, I wonder if he's going to try and win this turn. He might. And this is 21k column. What he was thinking is if Brockie-sama in the previous turn had got a trigger, 21 is still higher than 20. And he's got the heal trigger. Does Brockie-sama have a perfect guard? The last card in his hand was a perfect guard. So now Brockie-sama has no cards in his hand. He only has the 3 grade 1 6Ks on his field in 1 face-up counterblast. So surely he'll be counterblasting 1 to turn 1 of those into the Night Mist. This is a very bad situation for Brockie-sama. You don't want to have no cards in hand when you're facing down the Majesty Lord Blaster. Interesting, so he's made a 12k column into 17k column, and the Cocytus is going to be 15. So presumably the Cocytus is going to attack now? That's a very good heal trigger at this point. And the draw trigger as well. Very strong. Gives him an additional card in the hand, puts him on the 3 damage. And now Brockie-sama will surely go for the kill. Yep. Which takes Jesus down to 1 card in the hand now, which is the 1 perfect card. It's a nice top deck into the Paladin, which is a 13k. It's 10k if you've got 2 or more grade 3s in the field, which includes the Vanguard, then it gets +3. So on rearguard it's always going to be a 13k. Yep, that's exactly what I would go for. Just the same tactic again. And then the 21k column once again. Now, has Brockie-sama seen 3 heals already? So if that isn't a perfect guard that he drew into, yeah, because he's got it off the draw trigger. So he's going to need the heal trigger here? No, he doesn't. And that is Jesus winning the tournament. Congratulations, former world champion, certainly knows his stuff.